54 yards. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right at it?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On play action, now Rodgers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Under pressure, they got him again. Derek Brown providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Oh, good move. Pushing his way through. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Call that a 59-yard punt return. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up. It's through. It extends their first quarter lead to 13-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action. Rodgers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he floated one out there incomplete. Well, look at the 2023 draft class for the Panthers, and we wondered for over a month what Carolina's strategy was trading up to select first overall. Well, we got our answer as they got Bryce Young, now the future for Carolina.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that they drafted Bryce Young because they figured he could handle the spotlight and being the face of the team. And they also made some great offseason moves at receiver. But added one more guy in the draft, Jonathan Mingo out of Ole Miss, for Young to throw to as a rookie, continuing to try and make strides to help their young quarterback.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Young on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake, but he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a night. Stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And a loose football. And it's picked. There he goes, right side. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive with a handoff to Carter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They'll set up the screen to Carter. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Carter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Carter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So that penalty on the offense, and the fumble recovery will stand. That penalty is declined. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this 1st half of action. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that will keep the deficit at 20. Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. This 2nd and 4. Dalton. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Andy Dalton. He finds his man, complete. That's Hubbard. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now. Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wilson now off the bootleg. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down. This is taken at the 23. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. Throwing, Dalton. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This will be Dalton again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Hubbard trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to add on to that lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Corral under pressure, and down he goes.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They go play action now. Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Draw play, Carter. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards. also brings up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Back to the ground with Carter. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Dalton. Checks this down to Hubbard. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Passing. It's Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Straight ahead with Hubbard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds downs? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Second down, Dalton. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Dalton now to pass. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Andy Dalton taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Carter to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here. And
by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And this is caught at the 8. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll run here with Hubbard. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Play action. It's Wilson. Bust through the tackle. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the rookie's free. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Up front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. And here's Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give up the middle, Hubbard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hubbard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Dalton. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Hubbard. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They'll look to run with Hubbard. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, We get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. One last shot for Wilson. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. And as this defense